Shalom, giving all praise and glory unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Kakadash, and double honors to the elder apostles, elder bishops, and brothers on the great millstone. Salutations to the whole field. This is your brother Rai Banyamya here to share another lesson. And persecution is on the way. Akim and Akwat. Because Jacob, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. So he's gonna come after the representative, right, of that future blessing, right, which is the children of Israel, all 12 tribes, the northern and the southern kingdom. So Esau is gonna use many of his various instruments to bring about, a lot of death and destruction on our side. He's gonna hunt our steps. He's gonna use, organic and inorganic materials, robots, dogs, all manner of things, man. Sicknesses, pestilences. You understand? He's really getting ready to come down with great wrath. But I wanted to share this article. It's different assassination attempts by various government officials / world leaders, right? Some of them were opposed to different agendas at particular times. Like the former president of Haiti. He didn't want the juicy juice in his country. He didn't want his citizens to receive the juicy juice, and as you all saw, they removed him. You understand? Because Esau wants to fulfill, his agenda, right? But we, no, he don't care about the other nations, even though they are confederate with him. But we, the Israelites, we are his real enemies. So he's gonna use, all type of force to try and prevent us from coming into the blessing which Yahweh Hashem Yahushai has for us. So, I hope that this lesson, is encouraging to the elect. Although, some of us, may be in prison. Some of us may be, martyred. Fear not, because Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is in control. So it's both as a warning, right, to be aware that these times are coming, and at the same time, to be rooted in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, trust and fear Him, so that if you be faced with being in prison, being questioned, being a martyr, that His Spirit will be upon you to receive these things. And then if not, just to build your faith up to continue to trust Him. So Lord, we're in this lesson, be edified unto you. So as per the Sun, it says hit job, world's most brazen assassinations, from nerve agent hits to Bond-style poison brolly after India guns down separatists. Written by Jessica Baker, published on September 19, 2023. So it says the brazen murder of a Sikh community leader in Canada is just the latest assassination in a spat of shocking attacks. Oh man. Assassins seem to be becoming increasingly bold in their schemes, employing trick tactics and a no-suas seeming tools such as an umbrella or cup of tea. There's a dude in Canada the Sheikh that was assassinated. It says Sikh separatist leader Hardeep Singh Najjar, 45, was shot dead outside a temple in British Columbia in June. It says Russian spies Dr. Alexander Mishkin left And Anatoly Chepiga wanted over the attempted hit on Skripal's in Salisbury. Says the umbrella used in 1978 to kill Bulgarian dissident and broadcaster Georgy Markov from a former Indian MP who was shot dead on live TV to a Russian double agent poisoned by a nerve agent in Salisbury. These are some of the world's most brazen assassinations in recent memory. Sikh leader shot. It has been just 3 months since Sikh separatist leader Hardeep Singh Nijjar, 45, was shot dead outside a temple in British Columbia. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau revealed on Monday the country was actively pursuing credible allegations linking Indian government agents to Nijjar's murder. It sparked a major diplomatic row, with Ottawa and Delhi sending envoys home in tit-for-tat expulsions. Uh, Canadian citizen Nigeria is understood to have supported a Sikh homeland in the form of an independent Khalistani state and was classed a terrorist by India in July of 2020. I remember a while back, I can't remember the name of the rating agency, but they deemed the Hebrew Israelite as a oh my gosh, as a hate group, right? And they threw us in there with the likes of the KKK. You understand? Now look at the history of the KKK. They killed people. They burned down homes, schools, churches. You understand? Cause confusion, infiltration. We have done none of those things. You understand? But they lumped us in, um, with them. So it goes to show that when this economy goes on, whatever pretext that they use to blame, these are different Israelite groups for whatever it is going on in society, a lot of people is gonna believe it. Look at with the whole C-19 thing. When it came out, you had a lot of physicians saying that the ones most at risk, the blacks, Native Indians, and the Hispanics are the ones that likely to get it and spread it. So they need to go and take the shot, right? And a lot of people believe that. You know what I'm saying? So it's not far fetched for them to blame, an event or whatever on the Israelites. What I'm saying, and then create a propaganda agenda to support it. And I talk about that in the book of Psalms, the third chapter. It's called Crafty Counsel. These are the things that is coming, man. Those of you that watch these videos and stuff, they are watching. They are watching you. They know who you are. So make up your mind. Are you gonna be serious about this thing? Are you gonna be 100% in, or are you gonna have 1 foot in and 1 foot out? So what I mean, we need to be realistic as the time is winding down. We need to be realistic, man, of where this thing is going. So this is Psalm 83, and verse 3 says, "They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones." Right. So those are the elect, but overall, the nation of Israel as a whole. So they have things planned to destroy our people through the food, the water, stuff that they are spraying in the air, different medications, starving people out with the food shortages and and stuff. So all these things they have sat down and they have planned out, to get rid, of our people, right? But the Lord is gonna preserve his elect. Continuing on, it says, Trudeau said he raised the murder with Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi at the recent G20 summit in New Delhi and urged his government to cooperate with Canada to get to the bottom of this matter. The Salisbury poisonings. It says a couple were left critically ill and rushed to Salisbury Hospital after picking up a perfume bottle containing a deadly Novichok believed to have been discarded by two Russian spies. So you see the different devices that they are using? Very subtle. This is why, you Israelites, man, you need to pray and ask the Lord to cover your going out and your coming in. Dawn Sturges died age 44 after spraying a fatal nerve agent on her wrist on June 30th, 2018, and collapsing in Amesbury. It says her partner, Charlie Rowley, then 45, regained consciousness on July the 10th and was released from hospital. The same deadly substance is understood to have been used 4 months earlier in a botched attempt to kill MI6 more Sergei Skripal and his daughter Yulia. Alright, so if they're doing this to these people, how much more so on the people that have the blessing of the new kingdom to come. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 12 and verse 12. It says, Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and he that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea. Right? So those are people. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had a short time. You understand? This devil has a short time. He doesn't have 2182 and all this other nonsense. All these hundreds of years that some of these historians claim that they are waiting for certain events to happen, like the asteroid that they said that may hit the earth or may pass by the earth around 2182. Esau don't have a lot of time, so he's gonna ramp up his different attacks. A lot of Israelite leaders and church leaders, if they step out of line, is gonna be killed, assassinated, or propaganda may be used against them. A lot of slander, a lot of divisions is going to be used, as well. These are the things that, you have to prepare yourselves for. Continuing on with the article. It says 3 members of Russia's RGU military intelligence service, Anatoly Chepiga, Alexander Mishkin, and Denis Sergeyev have been discharged over the attacks, but there is no prospect they will be extradited from Russia. 2 of the accused, who were filmed on CCTV, went on Russian TV claiming they were tourists who went to Salisbury to see its famous cathedral's fire. A poison-tipped Broly, a Bulgarian dissident and BBC broadcaster Georgy Markov, age 49, was waiting for a bus when he felt a sharp pain in the back of his thigh. He turned to see a man holding an umbrella and muttering excuses in a foreign accent. Then watched as he ran into a taxi and disappeared. You see that? 4 days later, on September 11, 1978, Markov was dead. A well-known novelist, screenwriter, and playwright in Bulgaria until his defection in 1969. He had only recently started working as a journalist for the BBC. He died after lethal poison, believed to be ricin, entered his bloodstream via a pinhead-sized pellet implanted in his leg. The identity of his assassin remains unknown, though he is rumored to have been killed because of his political broadcasts to Bulgaria. Now, reading just to show the subtle ways that Esau is gonna try to get to our people, especially on a mass level. Then that one agent said that billions is gonna die in 2024. So these things are coming, man. Next heading, it says chemical attack on Kim Jong Nam, the half brother of North Korea leader Kim Jong Un, was killed using one of the world's deadliest chemical weapons, said Malaysia police. Swabs taken from Kim Jong Nam's face revealed the presence of nerve agent VX, a chemical weapon of mass destruction. He was murdered by two women who forced a cloth drenched in the deadly chemical over his face, then disappeared into crowds at Kuala Lumpur airport. Kim Jong Nam reportedly told friends he believed he was in danger when Kim Jong Un became ruler in 2011. Alright, so you Israelites need to understand that you're being watched. This is why, now is the time to be circumspect. You understand? Because this devil is around, man. So you need to be circumspect. If the Most High wanted to live, you'll live. If you wanted to be judged, you'll be judged. But these people, in and of themselves, they have no power. Except if the Most High allow them to do this or to do that. This is not to instill the fear of man in you, but just to get you mentally prepared and aware of what you're involved in. Right? And on the flip side, to fear Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Next portion of scripture is in the book of Lamentations. Chapter 4. Verse 18, it says, "They hunt our steps, that we cannot go into our streets. Our end is near. Our days are fulfilled, for our end is near." You understand? So a lot of our people is going to be in great fear when they see, different Israelites, different leaders, community leaders dropping like flies, man. Some of it would be explained, some of it would be unexplained. You understand? Because Esau, he moves with with subtlety. Right? Verse 19, it says, "Our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of the heaven. They pursue us upon the mountains. They laid wait for us in the wilderness." You understand? Remember one of the previous lessons I did, I was mentioning that some of the devices, the heat signatures, and the listening devices that they use to catch these escaped prisoners, those things are going to be used to capture a lot of Israelites when all hell break loose and it is no longer safe to stay in their houses. But the Most High is going to lift up a standard, man. He's not going to allow all of us to be taken by Esau like that. You understand? He's going to lift up a standard. He's going to use the Archangel Michael, right, to be our defense unto us. So these things These things are happening, is being brewed right now as you know, as we speak. um Iran nuke chief assassinated. A remote control machine gun was used to assassinate the founding father of Iran's nuclear weapons program. Top scientist Mohsen Fakhrizadeh. Iranian media claim the weapon collected from the site of the killing must have been made in Israel, as it had an Israeli manufacturer logo and specifications. According to the Iranian Fars news agency, the initial shots fired at Dr. Fakhrizadeh's bulletproof car came from a remote operated machine gun mounted on a Nissan pickup truck, which exploded with a self destruct mechanism. The devastating attack lasted 3 minutes. It says no culprits were caught, although it was claimed more than 60 Mossad agents were involved in the hit. Haiti's president pelted with bullets. The widow of assassinated Haitian President Jovenel Moise said her husband was gunned down in the blink of an eye. Martini Moise slammed the gutless killers who stormed her family home and pelted my husband with bullets. She said, "You have to be a notorious criminal without guts to assassinate a president like Jovenel Moise with impunity without giving him the chance to speak." Uh, a quad, a squad of foreign mercenaries was blamed for the raid, which was caught on CCTV. 17 people were arrested, including 2 U.S. citizens. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 2, and verse 10. It says, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that you may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life." So, different persecution is coming. Whether it be exactly 10 days, less than 10 days, a little bit more than 10 days, these things are coming and need to be ready for it. But the Most High, He's also giving us a way, right? He's very compassionate. He's saying, look, be thou faithful, and He will give thee a crown of life. Like I said, the issues of life and death belong to the Most High, so we ought not to fear what man can do, because people may look at these different assassinations and they will shiver with fear for Esau. Esau ain't shit, you know what I'm saying? Any power that he has to do it is because the Most High authorized it. And if the Most High be for us, who can be against us? And that is who we should fear. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. Uh, do, 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 do. Putin critic poison. Former KGB agent Alexander Litvinenko, a paid consultant for MI6 and a vocal critic of Putin's regime, was poisoned with radioactive polonium-210 when he drank tea at a Mayfair hotel in 2006. Can you believe that? He fled to the UK seeking political asylum and found work as a journalist and writer. Litvinenko's murder was allegedly signed off by Putin, an accusation the Kremlin has repeatedly denied. The European Court of Human Rights found Russia was responsible for the UK assassination. One of the two suspected assassins, identified by Scotland Yard, went on to become an MP in Putin's party. Presidential candidate killed. Fernando Villavicencio, 59, was shot dead just days before the Ecuador election as he left a political rally in North Quito last month. Chilling footage showed him being escorted out of the event by guards and into a white truck before gunfire erupted. It was understood the aspiring president was shot 3 times in the head. He was declared dead at a nearby clinic. One suspect was killed and another 9 people, including a female candidate for the National Assembly and 2 police officers, were injured in the crossfire with security services. Pamplona massacre. A provincial governor in central Philippines, Roel Digamo, and 5 others were shot dead by unknown gunmen in March this year. Police said 6 people carrying rifles and dressed in military garb and bulletproof vests opened fire on Digamo as he sat behind a desk speaking with locals in his own residential compound in Pamplona. The 56-year-old was a third-time politician to be shot since last year's local elections, but the country's first sitting governor to be assassinated in 35 years. His widow, Janice Digamo, said in a video shared to Facebook, Governor Digamo did not deserve that kind of death. He was serving his constituents on a Saturday. Murdered on live TV. The dramatic moment gangster turned politician Atik Ahmed was shot dead by gunmen posing as journalists was broadcast live on TV. The former Indian MP, who was convicted of kidnapping, and his brother were gunned down as police escorted them in handcuffs from the Uttar Pradesh hospital, where they had a medical checkup. A gunman was seen in the video to reach over the police officers surrounding the brothers and point the pistol at Ahmed's head. Says the gun discharged and Ahmed's turban was blown off, the politician collapsing as his brother Ashraf was shot. Says both men, allegedly kingpins in local crime organization, died within minutes. 3 men pretending to be journalists were arrested by police. And this is some of the references of assassinations that I mentioned earlier. It says Sergei Skripal, a former colonel in Russia, GRU military service. Right, Kim Jong Nam was murdered by female assassins allegedly sent to kill him. Chilling footage shows the murder of Kim Jong Nam at Kuala Lumpur Airport. Right, and this is some of the assassination footage. As you all know, this is the Haitian, former Haitian president. Some of the assassins that they caught as well. So, and that concludes the article. So these are the things that that are coming, man. Yes, I know that, if you are repenting, especially if you are following Great Millstone and those that listen to and preach likewise doctrine, you are being watched. All of us are being watched. Not because we are doing anything wrong, but because, we fear Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So this is the book of Matthew chapter 10 and verse 22. It says, "And he shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endureth to the end shall be saved." When I say all men, that includes even 2/3 from among our people. Because 2/3 of our people, they want to stay here and they want to build some type of false life that can't even exist, because the Lord is coming and he's coming to destroy this place. You understand? And you'll be hated by the other nations because they want to keep their rulership over us going. They know that when the nation of Israel stay in perpetual sin, they would have continued rulership over the earth. But now that, the great awakening has happened, and Israelites are finding out who they are, and they are repenting, they hate to see that. Billions of dollars was spent to hide this information from us. So expect a lot of pushback as more prophecies start to come into play and famine of the word take place. Because once that happen, a lot of people won't be able to get the information that they need. This is why, starting with the elder apostles on down, they said down, we all say that, try to get as much of this word in as possible, because when it is turned off, that's it, it's done. Last portion of scriptures in the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 6, and I'm going to read from verse 4 down to 6. It says, "But in all things, proving ourselves as ministers of Yahweh Yahushai, in much patience, in afflictions, in necessities, in distresses, in stripes, in imprisonments, in tumults, in labors, in watching, in fasting." So whatever it is, that is brought upon us, we have to carry ourselves as true men of the Lord, true believers. Right now we are being girded, we are being tested and being made ready for the trials and tribulations to come. Verse 6, it says, "By pureness, by knowledge, by long suffering, by kindness, by the Holy Spirit, by love unfeigned." Right? So doing all of this, be sincere. You understand? And being sincere and fearing Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is where we're gonna have refuge. He's gonna see it, and he wouldn't just cast us aside. You know what I mean? The Lord is not a wicked power. He wouldn't see us making these sacrifices and stuff, and you know what I mean, and wouldn't help us. You know what I'm saying? So help is on the way. I just wanted to share this article and the scriptures real quick, not to put fear of man in you, but to have you understand the times that we are living in, and what you are involved in. You know what I mean, what is coming. So, fear Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. So I hope this lesson was edifying unto you elect. And until you next time, Shalom.